All right. Game Recognized Game podcast number 19. Justice CJ, where we talk about who's taking the L's and who's taking the W's in the game of life. And I was just telling CJ this. I've been doing like a lot of interviews for just like different jobs and stuff. Pandemic. And of course the interviews are on Zoom. And Zoom is, it's causing me to look bad. It's causing me to like, because like if the Zoom is a little sketchy, if it's a little, it's laggy and stuff.
I mean, people already know us. Like, there's gonna be technical too. Like, my thing is, we've come so far in technology, right? But still, like, technology pisses you off so much. GPS trash. Oh, take this route. Why are you taking me this way when I can be 15 minutes earlier? Like, you taking me the longest route, like GPS, trash. Okay, we just have 5G drop, right? We got the 5G now. It feel like 4G. I don't feel no difference. It feels like 4G. My videos ain't uploading any quicker. I'm on Verizon. I got the best network, so I don't understand. And then you got, technology, Wi-Fi is trash. I just bought an extender from Best Buy, spent $90 on a Wi-Fi, to get to maximize the Wi-Fi in the house. Got so many people in the house during quarantine. Everyone's sharing the same Wi-Fi. Don't work, so Wi-Fi is still laggy. We've come so far yet. We're so behind. We think, 2020, we're gonna be, flying cars and man, we still got, in the hood, man. In the hood, in those communities, man. The Hispanics, Latinos, blacks. We staying at home for school. We don't have Wi-Fi. We don't have computers. How are they supposed to learn? Come on, man. We come so far and still we're not nowhere. We're nowhere.
Oh my gosh. It's just, everything you're saying is just facts. I got this new Verizon. It ain't working. They said 5G. It's dropping calls still. I remember, but I was on this interview and my computer's lagging. Even though you can kind of justify it, it looks bad because it's like, oh man, like, first of all, he's black, so I'm giving him a chance, And then it's like, all right, his
he doesn't have that good connection wherever he's at, probably. The Wi-Fi's not that great.
Yeah, so it's like, man, like, you're not doing yourself.
He probably using the apartment Wi-Fi, so everybody's using that at the same time right now.
I was like, man, this does not look good. I remember when you're doing interviews in person, my boss used to always get mad at people for doing like just making little mistakes. Like if your resume has too many spaces in between the words, he'll like circle it in red and stuff. You show up like 5 minutes late for the interview.
You said too many spaces between the words? Like too much space between the words?
Yeah, like sometimes people do like a double space when they're typing, like a little typo. So he'll circle that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like you're 5 minutes late for the interview. You're like, and it could be because of parking. Like LA, coming downtown LA, the parking's crazy.
Yeah, it takes you back. It takes you back to like those college days. Because I remember in college, you take everything so seriously. Because I was actually thinking about that today. Like, I was thinking like, dang, like, my mentality's changed a lot. Like, now I kind of have like that, I'm going to do me. Like, I don't care what other people think. Like, this is how I feel. These are my opinions. I'm going to say what I want. This is how I feel, Back then, it was like, I cared about, like, I have to do this way. Like, however society's doing it. Like, I'm in college. I got to go to my classes. I got to do this essay. I got to be on time. And they make it seem like sometimes I'll be late or I'm like a real life situation happens. But of course, back then I'm like 18, 19. So compared to now, it's like nothing. But at that time, I'm thinking like, dang, this is like serious. Like, I don't know. I miss a payment on a debit card. Like on a debit card. It's not even like a credit card or anything. Like I just miss a monthly payment on a debit card or something. I don't know. And I'm freaking out or like, oh man. And people are like, oh, well, if you're going through this going through this, like, you just have to, you know, still do what you have to do. I'm like, oh, I can't go to class because this happened. Or it's like, oh, well, you have to do what you have to do. If you're late, it's like, oh, I have to go make this payment somewhere at the brocheur's office. The professor's like, oh, well, you have to just come out on time anyway. You have to. And now I'm thinking about it like, dang, back then I was like, man, I got to be on time. I'm worried about, oh, now it doesn't matter. Like, if I was late, I go to the professor and he's like, oh, you have to be on time. I'm like, oh, well, I'm sorry. What you gonna do? Like, I got to take care of this. Like, are you having to deal with my life problems? No. Back then, I'm like, man, I got to make sure I'm not late. Like, the professor's going to be mad. So sometimes I'm like, you know what, forget this payment. You know, I need to be in class on time. Now it's like, I got to be on class. Nah, man. Professor can wait. Professor can wait. I need to go take care of this real life.
What? You know what it is, though? You just switched roles. When you got older, you got to the position where you're now paying the person. Now you're paying the teacher.
Yeah.
So now you can't tell me nothing.
It's kind of the value. Like, you know, you kind of know what it's kind of about, just knowing how things work. Because back then you're just thinking about, oh, you're doing things to, like, this is my superior.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have to, you know, make sure I do what they tell me to do and stuff. Now it's like, you're kind of just over it. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like it's because of, you know, roles change. Sometimes just like you're over it. You know, when you get to that point, you're just like, you know what, bro, like, I'm not even, because you just go through so much stuff. Like, you're just used to, like, life now. You're just like, bro, like, don't even, you've gone through it. I've gone through it. You don't have to talk about it. Just,
you know what the trap is, though? Dude, I'm getting to this point where it's like, I'm not saying, like, I'm a boss or whatever, but, like.
I know what you're talking about. Because this whole quarantine situation has been making me feel that way. Like, the way I interact with people, like, just going to the store, talking to the cashier, like, stuff like that, like, it's different.
Just like, when you've been in a position where, like, you're the one kind of calling the shots, you're kind of like, either you are the boss or you're like one of the star people on a team or whatever, you kind of get comfortable with that sort of role. So it's hard for you to even, like, remember what it's like to be the person who's trying to be on that.
Yeah, but you also, what I've done, and, you know, this is stuff that we probably put on the Patreon, because this is like life hacks, but this is like my secrets. I'm about to give them one right now. My thing is, like, I just feel like you kind of know I use psychology. So my secret is I use psychology in how you interact with people. So what I do is I think, like, what's the, like, maximum reaction this person is going to have to my, like, action. So, like, back then, right, 18 years old in college, all I'm thinking is about, I need to get good grades. I need to make sure my professor likes me. So if I'm late, I'm thinking, oh, he's not going to like me. He's going to give me a bad grade, blah, blah, blah. Now, my thinking is like, well, there a lot of stuff come into play now. It's like, okay, what kind of professor is he? Is he cool? Is he someone that if I come in, he's going to be like, oh, that's cool? Or is he going to be someone who's going to be really on it? Then from there, it's like, okay, what kind of excuse could I give him that'll make them be like, oh, okay. If it's a cool professor, you can go over there and be like, hey, man, there was traffic. If you know him like that, how's he going to react? You don't have to worry about, oh, I'm going to be late, because you're already thinking, oh, professor's cool. You know, if I'm 5 minutes late, he's not going to say anything. So now it's like, I kind of use, like, the psychology of, I kind of put things into play, like, to play it out. Same thing with work. If I know something's going on at work or I can't do something, oh, man, what kind of boss, you know, is she a cool boss? Is she someone I can be like, hey, is she someone who's going to be relatable? Is it someone who's just, they don't take no for an answer? Like, there's just no excuse. If you know you're dealing with someone like that, then yeah, you obviously have to change, you know, how you act from the beginning. You know, you have to make sure, but as long as you have all those pieces, it just prevents unnecessary stress on you, on, you know, having to deal with having to plan out your day and stuff like that. I just kind of be like, that's why I kind of like to work with people. You're able to now pick and choose, like, who you can work with, instead of just, like, randomly being thrown into, like, whoever. Now it's like, okay, I know I can work well with this person, or I know I have this type of relationship with this person. And sometimes it works out. Luckily, I've been in that position where every job every relationship it works out for me. It works out with my strengths and stuff like that. But again, I can't say it's fully luck because I said that's kind of my trick. So it's just I kind of latch onto those things. I can see it from a distance, and then I latch onto it knowing like okay, this is going to work out.
I like where you're going with this. I like where you're going with this. We're going to take a short break. Give me a second. All right, and we're back. Again, I wish we had some ads to put in there. No, but everything you're saying makes a lot of sense. And I think it's funny, too, because if you do know the person you're talking to, you can definitely take advantage of the situation a little bit more. You can kind of leverage that relationship better. But I think the key there is, like, once you know you're cool with somebody, you can kind of just, finesse a situation in your favor, in a sense. And it's funny because we're talking about this right now because one of my favorite players in the NBA, Mr. James Harden.
Hey, what I say last week, man.
This boy.
But his situation is different though. He's taking it. And I was gonna say this while you were saying it, but I don't want to say it's taking advantage because some situations, yeah. Some situations you can use it to take it to your advantage, like James Harden we're going to talk about. He's taking to his advantage. But some situations are just natural. Like I was saying, like I find those situations and I latch onto them. Like I'm able to like kind of see them from a distance and latch on. So I don't have to try and finesse, because even to finesse something takes energy. And I'm a guy, I try to exert as less energy as I can. Like I'm trying to chill. Like I'm not trying to exert as much energy. So even to finesse, even though you can do it and it's cool and all, it still takes energy. So my thing is, yeah, it's cool to finesse, but the goal is exert as less energy as possible. If you don't have to do anything to still get money, cool. The goal is to get money, but what about getting money without even doing anything?
Well, yeah, I mean, basically, that's what I'm saying. That's what he was doing. He was doing this thing times 100, because he wasn't even putting any effort in. Apparently, from what I'm hearing, what I was reading, boy didn't put in any effort. James Harden, once you get to that certain level, that certain status where you're either the boss or you're the man, you pretty much do whatever you want. So at that point, there really is no finessing because, well, I guess when you first start off, you probably would start off finessing somebody or trying to be like, hey, I know I'm late to the team practice. I'll talk to D'Antoni. We'll have a heart-to-heart. I'll let him know, hey, my girl, blah, blah, the club, traffic, whatever. He'll know what's up. But after a while, you start to realize, oh, I can just
but that's taking advantage. That's taking advantage.
Whereas normally you would give an excuse. He's just like, hey, you're 2 hours late. We're supposed to leave at 6.
You get now you get too comfortable. Hey,
yeah, I mean,
yeah, you're
you
just like
sit down. You don't even take off your headphones. You just sit on your just go. That's what I'm saying. Where it's like, all right, dude, you're not even trying to compromise at all. You're just like taking advantage of me now. Like I bought that box of cereal, and you're just eating the whole thing like your Ice Cube and Friday, and just like
And in Harden's case, that's why I gave him MVP last week. And I was close to doing it again. I was close to giving it to him again because in his case, he can do that. It's like we're saying all this, but he can do that. There are some situations where, like, I think I brought up this example before. When you're with your parents and they tell you, like, you can't act a certain way with your parents or around your parents. But sometimes they're lenient. Like you might say something slick and sometimes they're lenient. But then you just, after a while, you're like, oh, they ain't doing nothing? Okay, I'm gonna just keep doing this. And they're looking at you like, you think, oh, you thought because we're gonna say, oh, okay. That's a situation where it's like, come on, bro, like that's disrespectful. Like you're not, like James Harden, he's putting in the work, but that's your parent. Like,
let me give you a scenario though.
Yeah.
What about like if your parents are living with you in a sense, right? Or what if you're like paying rent?
Then that's different.
And so let's just say you're paying rent, right? So it's like it's still your dad's house, but now you're paying rent. So now you're a tenant. So, but he still has rules though.
That's always. Come on, that's always. And that was was in my head too. I was thinking about that 70s show, you know, Eric Foreman and his dad, like the whole power, like that's how me and my dad were too. Like my dad's like me and my dad in the same roof. That's why I had to move out. I was like, yo, we can't be doing this, you know, obviously.
this like interrogation. every time I pull
time
up.
I come home, every time I come home,
dude,
something like, hey,
dude, living with your parents is kind of like being on like the Spurs. It's just like, man, man, you see me dropping 20 and 10 a night. I still like, hey man, you gotta wake up.
It's like Brady and Belichick, bro. It's like Brady and Belichick. Like you out there doing your thing, like, but every time it's always something like, hey, I just took out the trash. You didn't have to tell me. Oh, well, why'd you have to? There's always something like, oh, the dishes aren't. There's always something, bro. Like,
hey man, you married a supermodel, but why she got to be Brazilian? You couldn't get a. I'm like, bro, like, let me enjoy my life. But yeah, that's one of those funny scenarios though. But it's just funny though, because like you can't get to a point though where like you're just so dominant that you're leveraging it so much that it gets disrespectful. But what I'm starting to notice as I get older is that everything comes back around. So if you're the man now, like if you were the man in high school, how many of those high school dudes who were like popping back then are still like successful right now? Give me one person. Go. One guy that we knew.
What do you mean by successful though?
You know what I mean? Like he's either got some money, he's got a business going on, he has a cool lifestyle. Who?
But
he has a bomb wife. I'll just give him that. He has a bomb wife.
But do you mean? But do you mean in the sense that at that time they were acting as if like, oh, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that, and now they're like,
there's just like a popular guy. Everyone liked them. Everyone thought that they were gonna.
But I don't think that's fair, because even the one, I get what you're saying, but I don't think you could put it like that, because even the people who like weren't popular, like there's kids who weren't really, you know, popular, and they're the same, like they're not doing anything.
Well, that's what.
But if you're saying it in the sense that like they were, like you said, like they got that arrogant attitude, like they're popular in high school, so they think like, yo, I'm the shit now, I'm gonna be the shit like all later on. Yeah. And now they're not. They're just like, oh, you say we were. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
They're no more than. Yeah.
No one's on top forever. So there comes a time where like, yeah, you were popping, like if you're a rapper, you know, maybe you had like a #1 album, Fetty Wap. Maybe you were Fetty Wap, you know, back in 2016.
Even then.
Yeah, you were cool. You had a cool 6 months. You know, you had a cool year. But where are you at now?
Even then, it's not. I see it differently though. My thing is, I think you can be on top forever. I think you can be on top forever. If you're that dude, if you're putting in that work, you can be on top forever. Any challenger, like I got that. Now I got that mentality that if any challenger comes to face me in whatever, you know, category that I'm saying I'm gonna be the best forever, I'm gonna take out that person. Until I die, I'm gonna be the best in that category forever. I think that's possible. My thing is though, when does it matter? So we're talking about high school, right? And I know a lot of dudes in high school who thought they were like the shit, blah, 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 talk their shit to whatever. Could I have been cool? I mean, I'm cool now. Like I'm popping right now. I'm the same dude back then. I know how to finesse the game a little bit more, but I'm the same. I like the same stuff. Like I'm the same like corny dude. But you know, like it's high school. Like back then I was always like, bro, this is high school. Like who am I showing off to? Like who am I trying to impress? Now when it came to like, okay, graduated, went off to college. Oh, I started popping off. Why?
I can name a few people right now you're trying to impress. I can name a few.
Why?
I don't know.
You mean at that time in high school?
I mean, first of all, you were looking up to me because you knew I was that dude. So
you just came through. You were the new dude.
Older than you, so
I had to take you under my wing. I had to show you around. Hey, yo, this This
So,
is my cousin
I mean,
Justice.
on my first day, I took over
just be
your whole group.
nice.
My first day, I
Be
took over
nice.
your whole group. And
I was like, this is my
I used to
cousin
be that
Justice.
one African dude who was the
You know?
leader of this group. Dude, it was kind of like Black Panther. You know, it was like Black Panther. You were that old tribe. Now I was in that new tribe. Just kind of came through and just, you're like, oh, who is this guy? Like,
Anyway, like I was saying, I wasn't trying to impress anyone. Maybe that was yours, but
here's what I'm saying.
There is a time when it does matter to be on top.
You have a fair point, but what I'm trying to say is like take the NBA for example. This is more about James Harden. Like it's just more obvious in the NBA that no one's on top forever. You can say Kobe was whatever. Kobe was not as good as he was towards the end of his career. Michael Jordan,
he was on top forever.
LeBron James, an anomaly. But most players, you have a couple good seasons. Maybe you make a couple All-Star games. Towards the end of your career, you're pretty much done. That's where I see James Harden going wrong. So I'm like, man, you're popping right now. You're kind of the dude right now. But, I mean, you're also 32. So it's like, man, like.
Yeah, he's also 32. He's trying to do it all now before it's over.
I mean, he's one.
James Harden is my dude, man. James Harden is my dude, man. But when he's out of the league, does James Harden seem like one of those dudes that after basketball, he's going to be like, doing anything else?
He seems like he's about to be the next Carmelo. He seems like he may be the next Carmelo pretty soon.
Oh, no, man.
That's what I'm saying. Because he has that kind of Carmelo style where it's like it's a lot of isolation basketball, and like when he's no longer able to score at that clip, it's hard to utilize a guy like that anymore, who's not a team player really.
So he's trying to get to all the strip clubs now, while all the girls still want James Harden now, before it's over.
Hey, smell your roses while they're there. But
that's it.
This dude, I mean, the man showed up like overweight. I was like, what?
That's what I'm saying. Imagine without basketball, all bearded up, looking like Kendrick Perkins. He's not gonna be, in the strip clubs getting the same attention. So he's trying to do it now before, he can't.
What's funny is he was still scoring. I was like, man, how good is
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And shit. That was hilarious. Hey, shout out to him.
Wasn't there those pictures? Weren't there those pictures of him looking hella like skinny? He looked like a.
Yeah, at the start of the bubble, he was really skinny. But now he's looking.
Then he just went back.
That Houston, Texas, boy.
I mean, I guess.
Barbecue and shit.
I mean, he was looking good, skinny. He was playing defense, getting those. He had that clutch block against OKC. I was like, okay, yeah. I don't know.
Dick Harden is. This is interesting.
I still love him, man. I hope he goes off.
The funny thing is, he's still doing his thing. I was like, man, like it must suck to be. I don't know their roster. I don't want to say John Wall because he's actually pretty good, but like just to say one of the other guys coming off the bench. You see this guy overweight. You see him like showing up whenever he wants. You're just like, man, F this guy. And then he goes and drops 30. You're just like, damn.
But that's how it is. That's it. That's why Harden's like, hey.
It's just crazy.
And I respect that. That's what I like.
It's just crazy. But yeah, man, staying on basketball for a second. I don't know. I really didn't know how to take this other move, the Giannis. He did his extension.
I told you. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all?
I'll give it to you. You did call this one. Weird for me. I don't know why he did it. It was a lot of money.
Because where else is he going to go? What else is he going to do? Like, it's not all about, it's
a lot of options.
Run to another team to win a ring. Give it time. I know a lot of dudes want to, give it 3 years, 4. Nah, man, play it out a little bit. Play it out. Go for 10 seasons. I know it might if you're at least winning, if you're at least going to the playoffs, give it at least 10 seasons, bro. If you're a star on the team, like AD was on the Pelicans, I respect his move. Give it a couple, he was like 7 seasons, whatever. But they were trash. They were starting to become trash. Go move on.
So was Giannis. He was
But these dudes who want to be like, oh, I'm gonna be on the team for 3 seasons and go to another team, then I'm gonna be on this. No, man. Jason Tatum re-signed with the Celtics, right? Big contract. Cool. You're the star of the team. Your team goes to the playoffs every season. Stay. Donovan Mitchell, star of the team, extension, big contract. You continue to go to the playoffs? Yeah, stay with the team. Darren Fox. It's respectful, a respectful move. A young team has intentions to go to the playoffs, extend. Devin Booker, same team with the Suns. And look what happened. They got Chris Paul, they're contenders in the playoffs. All these other dudes who want to skip to other teams after 3 years, oh, we ain't making it. Oh, I'm going to go to this. That's where I have a problem with. So respect to, Giannis. Always good to see a Nigerian brother, making that money. So,
Hey, yeah. Shout out to I almost forgot about that. Sometimes it depends on what his goal is. It depends on what his goal is, right?
A championship.
If that's your true goal, Milwaukee has already shown me they ain't about that life.
True. But that's why 5 years. Extend me 5 years. Max me out. Pay me that big total. After that, if we don't have a ring, there's no excuse after I leave for you to be like, damn, oh, this guy's.
You're giving him too much credit. Like
that's how it should be, though. You can't just bail out on a team after 5.
You can't see red flags. You can't.
It depends. It depends on the motive. It depends on the motive, I guess.
If you see the red flags, you can bail. Red flag number 1, Malcolm Brogdon. That dude was balling out. When I last saw him, I forgot what team he's on. Is he on Pacers? He looks good.
Yeah,
that team, I could see that they needed him.
They needed Brogdon.
That was number 1. As soon as I saw that like 2 years ago, I knew they weren't about that life. Bledsoe, whoever his agent is, pay that guy some money, bro. I know. The most
he was cool. He was cool, but in the playoffs, he's trash. That's the thing with this Bucks team. Youngest thing is, I can get this team to the playoffs. We need dudes who can. It's a LeBron mentality. He's thinking, LeBron James was able to lead scrubs to the finals. I should be able to do that. So that's what he's trying to do. And you can respect that. He needs some dudes on his team. That's true. But that's not the only thing. It's also on Giannis. Giannis needs to shoot. Giannis needs to get a jump shot. He needs to be more efficient shooting. He got better last season. We'll give him that. If he can come out this season and start hitting, then okay.
Hey,
because that's where they have issues. If he can shoot, if Giannis can shoot, come on, bro. They're looking way better. He don't need to pass really. He just need to be like, okay, move out the way. Because all they do now is he drives and kicks. And once teams, I saw some clips with him playing like the Lakers last season in the playoffs last season. All teams got to do is force him to shoot. Let him shoot. And that's it. So he needs to just learn how to shoot.
You're right, but he also needs some shooters. It's not like people weren't missing shots during the playoffs. Like he wasn't the only one missing. First of all, he got hurt in one game.
His teammates were missing, but he has shooters. I mean,
bro, okay, fair enough.
It's a respectable choice. He still has Chris Middleton, right?
No.
Another all-star. He's still another all-star. He makes shots. He still makes shots. He's better than the other options you have, bro.
He's better than who?
He's better than other options. Other shooting guard options. Okay. Is he better than Danny Green?
Yes, but I mean,
hey, that's enough. That's
a role player.
That's all Giannis needs, though. All his second guy needs to do is be someone who can shoot the ball. When Giannis went out in that game when he got hurt, what did Chris Middleton do? He took over, right? That's all we need him to do.
Okay, we'll give you Middleton, and I'll say this too. At one point, they had Brogdon and Middleton. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's enough.
Hold on, I'm saying the Bucks red flags. They chose to keep Middleton over Brogdon. Okay, that's what facts. All right. Fact number 2, they fucked up the Bogdanovich trade. I don't know.
I mean, it wasn't.
I don't know how you messed that up, dude.
No one wants to go to Milwaukee. That's the only issue. So, and all I'm saying is it's a respectable decision. So when it doesn't work out, am I saying are they gonna win a ring? Nah, I don't think so. Am I rooting for Giannis to do it in Milwaukee? Yes, I am, just for him to be like, I did it. But I don't think he's gonna do it. But all I'm saying is he's setting himself up to look like a good guy. Give him 5 years, max out the contract, pay me my money. I'm still getting paid to play basketball. I'm gonna go and be the MVP. If I'm not gonna win a ring, at least I'm gonna get MVP Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
After 5 years, when I leave and we don't win a chip, I don't want to hear anything. I did my job.
Fair enough.
Let me leave with my 3 MVPs and 4 Defensive Player of the Years and go.
But that's why I asked you though. What's the goal? The goal's a championship. Obviously, he made a mistake. Because let me ask you this: you're not even a Giannis fan. So I don't even know why you're.
I'm a basketball fan, bro. Exactly. I'm not a Giannis fan.
Okay.
I just call it how it is.
Let me ask you this then: do they even make the conference finals this year?
Yeah.
Really? Over who? So you have them over the 76ers?
I see Milwaukee and Brooklyn, of course.
You see the Bucks beating the 76ers?
Hell yeah.
Okay. You see, I don't know. You see them beating the Miami Heat?
That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah.
And you see them beating the Celtics?
Well, first off, I don't think they're going to play each of these teams that you're saying.
I'm just saying, like, if they're going to go to the conference finals, let's just say the Nets are going to be there, right?
Nets are going to be there, yeah. But I don't think if that were the case, obviously they're not going to play Miami.
No,
Philly,
it doesn't matter.
Boston.
It doesn't matter. But
I would say Boston would be the best challenge. But I see Milwaukee beating Philly. I see Milwaukee beating Miami. And then you got Toronto. I mean, I see them beating Toronto also.
You see them, bro. Maybe Toronto. Toronto lost a lot of talent.
Giannis is a. I see Giannis getting better, bro. I don't see Giannis getting any worse. I don't see him staying the same.
Yeah, but
I'm thinking
better how? Better how?
I just think he's more locked in, and I think he's been shooting. I think he's been shooting. He knows he needs to shoot. I know he's watching tape. I know. Now you say I'm not a Giannis fan. I like Giannis. I'm rooting for him again. That Nigerian pride, bro. I'm rooting for him. So, and I know this dude. He has that mentality where he's like, I want to win. He's locked in. The last 2 seasons, he didn't get it. He's been MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. I think he's locked in. His mindset is, I'm gonna respectfully, max out my contract with Milwaukee.
I'll bet you
get this money.
Hey,
get this money.
I'll bet you right now. If they play the Sixers, if they play the Heat, and if they play the Celtics in the playoffs, the Bucks will lose all those series. They'll lose every series.
Maybe.
Do you want to take the bet? You just all the praise.
Let's take the bet. What bet? The Bucks will lose in the first round?
No, the Bucks will lose in the playoffs to one of those 3 teams.
Oh, to one of those 3 teams.
Yeah, because we don't know who they're going to play. I don't know who the playoff bracket is.
The Celtics are the only team I'm like.
I'll give you
maybe,
this.
But
let's make it easier. The Bucks do not get to the conference finals in the East.
Oh, that's an easy bet. I'll take that bet. Whatever you want to put on that. Bucks are making it to the conference finals.
How much money you got?
You know, whatever you got, I got. You know that.
I see you wearing my you wearing my EXO shirt. So I mean, how much money you got, bro? You can't even get your own stuff. I mean,
here we go.
What's up, bro?
What you always asking me where I'm getting all these items from, bro? Stop this, bro. Stop it.
You're not even EXO. You're not even part of the crew, bro.
Stop it, man. She loving the crew. That's why I got to represent. Man. Stop it, man.
Yeah, we'll have to figure something else out. Maybe you can buy me lunch.
Hey, they gonna come on, man.
You know what?
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
You know what? You know what? You can buy me lunch. I'll send you a meal on
Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Postmates, and then you can just
Let's do that. We got it live, so we can come back.
I'm gonna come back to this one too.
Giannis is going to the conference finals again. Okay, he's gonna be there. So just
again, one that man's never been there before in his life. All right, man. Hey, we got Tyler Hero, my boy Tyler Hero. He's gonna be getting better. He's got that championship experience now, so we're getting better.
Gonna go through that sophomore,
We got Tatum coming back. He's coming into rare form right now.
Yeah,
he's
the Celtics
prime right now.
Yeah, the Celtics are the only team I'm like, but those other teams
with Doc Rivers, okay, Seth Curry. They got some shooters now. So it's gonna be and the Bucks. Who do they got? DiVincenzo. Okay.
All they need is Giannis, bro.
Woo. Now, if they get James Harden, bet's off. Bet is off if they get James Harden. If that dude comes in somehow through the back door, I gotta say, hey man, these are new circumstances, you know.
Okay.
But I don't see Harden going to any good team because how? Like, I just don't see it happening. But if he were to get Harden,
I don't see.
Dude, that could be like the new Kobe and Shaq if he gets Harden.
It would, because Giannis wouldn't, and like I said, Giannis would not mind just being the dude, you know, having to get the rebound, just dunk it back in. Like, he don't mind just driving it. Where's Harden at? Throw it out to him.
That could be
on an island. Just But I don't think that's gonna happen though. I don't think that's gonna happen though. Because we're forgetting there was that so-called beat. I don't think it's real, but there was that so-called beat. Oh, we don't take no skill to just run up and down the court and dunk it.
Yeah, but it's like the reason I say it doesn't happen is because Harden, he can't survive in Milwaukee. Like out there, that frozen tundra.
I guess.
It's just
but, I don't see it happening anyway. Giannis wouldn't allow it. To be like, nah, we ain't doing that.
Nah, he wants. Hey, you'd be surprised if he wants to win a championship.
He ain't doing that.
It means nothing. Dude, this was really funny, dude. Played yourself definitely easily. Did you hear about this? Lizzo tried to do like a smoothie diet cleanse or something.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was about to talk about this on the show this week.
Dude.
So who are you saying played themselves?
Lizzo.
I don't get how she okay, go ahead. I don't get how she I'm not a Lizzo fan. I'm not a Lizzo fan. It's not like I dislike her or anything. I don't like her, like that whole thing at the Laker game or the Timberwolves game or whatever when she was I don't know. I understand the body positivity thing, but it's like we don't want to see all that, bro. Like, stop. We don't want to see all that.
So that's the whole issue. That's why she played herself. When you build your career on embracing, as you said, body positivity and people being overweight in a sense, and being overweight is a form of beauty in a sense. If that's your whole stick, and then you kind of come out and being like, I'm doing this juice cleanse, this diet juice cleanse. What are all the fat girls following you going to say? They're like, bro, you betrayed us. I thought, like, you're making it cool.
Betrayed who?
Betrayed who, though?
How is that her fault? If she's saying, yo, I'm not feeling good. I'm overweight. Obviously, we know that's not healthy. You're going to have some, you know, it's natural. It's natural. She's saying, hey, I need to do a small cleanse, I need to do a little diet. This is my life I'm talking about. You know, I'm trying to be healthy. So what? Her fans, or I guess the fat people or big people who are saying, you know, I'm big. So she's supposed to what? Die or become unhealthy because
fair enough.
I have to play this. It's not her fault.
Here's
what do you expect? That's the problem that we have. That's the problem that we have. What do you expect? We expect people to live their own life.
Let me.
What you getting mad at someone else?
Let me draw this out for you, right?
That's the stuff that pisses me off. Yeah, because it's like, what you mean? Like,
It's
and I'm not even a fan of Lizzo. I'm not even a fan of Lizzo. Yeah,
it's like you come up to me and you're like, bro, pizza's I love pizza. I only eat pizza. We should have pizza everywhere. And then all of a sudden I see you on Instagram eating a hamburger. I'm like, bro, I thought we were pizza boys. Like, what's going on? Like, you're being a hypocrite. You told your fans one thing. They believe you. They support you. All your fans are here because of this one perspective you have. Now you're out here saying
her perspective wasn't to eat and get overweight. Her perspective is to be body positive. Whatever your body, however you look, be all right with it. She didn't go and say, oh, I hate myself. I hate how I look. She just said, I was feeling bad. I needed to do a little diet. I had a couple drinks. I was eating some, hot wings and stuff like that. I needed to just do a cleanse for a week. That's it. And people were like, you're not, but now you're ashamed of being, what do you mean ashamed? And even if that's the case, dude, who cares?
Dude, well, here's the played yourself part. Here's the played yourself part. Because we're missing the point. The point is, what you're saying is right. Like, I agree with what you're saying, right? But Lizzo's reaction is where she played herself. Because the way she reacted to this was to go on social media and be like, anybody who doesn't like this, blah, blah, can go F themselves, blah, blah, blah. And she's kind of like getting mad at like the backlash that she's getting. But you should have expected this. That's why you played yourself. Because you're expecting some sort of positive reaction from you dieting when you know your whole platform is built on the opposite thing.
I think she's fair in her reaction, not her reaction on Twitter responding. I don't think she should respond. But women, females, they like to respond, say something. No. But I can understand her initial reaction. If you do that, you're probably thinking, my fans are cool. I love my fans. My fans love me. Let me share with my fans. I'm going through a cleanse. You know what? They'll probably join me. This is body positivity. Let's all go through a cleanse together, just for a week or something, something like that. Instead of her fans being like, oh, you're a traitor. Like, go to the gym. You're going to get mad at her for going to the gym now?
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying? So for now on, Lizzo can't go to the gym. She a fat girl. She has to now just be, a fat girl. That's how it is? That's crazy. I
agree with you. But I can see why her fans are upset.
But what happened, I'm here to sneak peek to the show this weekend, straight up with CJ. What happened with Adele? She was a big girl, right? Mm-hmm. All these, Adele, she's making it cool for big girls to, go out and, in public. And because remember, back then it was like only skinny girls can go out and sing. And Adele was a big girl singing and beautiful voice. Adele, great. I liked her back then. I was a fan back then. I'd pop her down back then. But now she comes out. She comes out skinny, right? Loses all this weight. Everybody. Oh, yeah, she lost weight. Oh, yeah. But Lizzo goes through a cleanse, loses a couple pounds, and is, oh, no, hell no. That's crazy, bro.
Cap, bro. You would not have gone out with Adele back then.
Yeah, I would have. I was saying it back there, too.
No. But you see that reaction, though? So a lot of this body positivity stuff, and a lot of it is, like, I don't know any guys who support this movement. I don't know too many of them who are normal.
Body positivity thing?
Yeah, maybe like fat dudes will be supporting this, but like I don't think there's a lot of
dudes. For dudes, it's different. We don't have we have one. Like we have one lane. Like it's like either you're a big dude or you're a regular dude. Like yeah, you got your bodybuilder dudes, but it's not like yo, you got to have this body. Like no dude is like yo, this is the body you got to have. Like every dude is like either you're a big dude or you're a regular dude. Like some dudes are ripped, some dudes are, but either you're a big dude or a regular dude. What I'm saying is for girls, it's like you're only, you can't be, if you're big, you're out. So now big girls are just like, oh, well, now we have to make it so that we look, make it seem like we don't care. Let's try to just, make this whole scene or whatever. It's like, it sucks.
I feel bad because
we don't have to deal with that.
I feel bad for like like, if you're not a bad girl, if you're not super attractive as a girl, I feel like I shouldn't say this on here. I shouldn't say this on here. All right, we're gonna move past this topic. Oh man. Dude, actually, I thought this was gonna be interesting though. Let me just segue out of this. I was talking to somebody on the phone the other day. Actually, it was a telemarketer. No, they're trying to call me up, trying to get me to donate to something called Save the Children. You know, Christmas times, you know, COVID, Save the Children. I was talking to this girl, and she lives in Nevada. She was telling me like she's not married and she has 2 kids with this older guy. Why am I talking about this to the telemarketer person trying to sell me on donating to kids? I have no idea. But somehow we got on this topic.
Well, it's kids.
Yeah, she has 2 kids with this guy in Nevada. She's telling me about like the relationship. She's like, yeah, I'm not married and I don't want to be married. Like he wanted to get married. I said no. I'm like, why did you say no to getting married when you have 2 kids? You guys have been together for like over like 9 years or something. And she was like, well, she had a lot of bad experiences in her family with marriages and they just never ended well. So she had a bad taste in her mouth with it. And she said that in Nevada, they don't have common law marriage, which means if you live together with someone for a long enough period of time, the state just considers you married, right? So California, I think, has that. But I was thinking about that common law marriage aspect of it, and I was like, that's interesting, right? That's like someone like California just says like, yo, you know, CJ, you've been living with this girl. You've had this girl as your roommate for like 10 years.
That's interesting.
Y'all married now.
I like that. I like that. I think we can save a lot of money incorporating that with like leases on like apartments, new homeowners, kind of giving young couples like a contract, a marriage. Because marriages change, bro. Like as you get older, you kind of notice things and you're like, damn, how do you decide who you want to spend the rest of your life with forever at like 21, 22, 23, 24, 20? Like you think like at that moment, you might think like, oh, I've been with this, but then you turn 30 and you're like, damn, I've experienced so much more, done so much more, seen so much more. I'm at a different level. Like I'm at a different, like I'm not who I used to be, but I'm stuck. Like, so that's a good idea. I don't know.
You like that?
That's just off topic, but
you like that though? Like I thought that was a stupid idea. I was like, dude, how?
If you set it up the right way, but
it's just like, are you just gonna tell someone like you have to abide by all these different rules?
Well, that's why I'm saying if it's set up like that, obviously you know before, so you're kind of knowing before you get into it, like, okay, this is like the setup of how it works. Instead of just randomly like pop up on you like, yo, you just got something in the letter like, oh, it's been 4 years, you're now officially married to this person. Like, oh
yeah, there needs to be some sort of like, hey, just so you know, in the next year we're gonna consider you.
Yeah, if you got something like that. Like at least if you tell them like, yo, your contract is coming up, that way it's like, you know, but
like, hey, like you got the achievement coming on. Continue this marathon that you're on.
It's been 2 years, you guys, and you got like you can sign up to like Victoria's Secret and like all these different vendors and stuff, and like after like if you're married to someone for 2 years, that you get like different like rewards
some sort of
and stuff like
bro.
that. Yeah, like after 10 years of marriage, you guys get like a 2-week vacation to like some like Cancun or the Bahamas. Oh, come on. Hey, Joe Biden, listen to this, man. We got some laws for you, bro. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Perks to it makes people want to, you know, I'm saying there might be people who go for the loophole still, but at least if you're in it, you got stuff to look forward to.
Yeah,
like every year, like, hey, we got some. You get a bonus. You get some type of bonus for your family, or you get like some type of cut on your home loan or something like that.
Now here would be the messed up part. If you kind of like maybe get a letter or something in the mail letting you know like, hey, in the next 3 months, we're gonna just consider you married. You're just like, oh, okay, cool. And you just dip out and like.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's something I would probably,
Yeah, and then
and be like,
what if you do that?
there'll be laws to stop.
What if you get like an Airbnb across the street or something? Like live there for like a month and then come back. And then, like now it's like reset to good. Like
Nah, there'll be ways to stop that. Like obviously if you're with the same, they'll keep. But yeah, that's a good idea. I like that though. But yeah, I didn't know that. Common law or common marriage or something.
Common law marriage is, I don't know who came up with this. I think it needs to, because some of these laws are old as, there's some that are super old. Then they need to be kind of updated. It'd be like, okay, is this, like one of the laws that was on the ballot this year was, like if you go to jail, there's like a cash bail that you could post no matter what crime you did.
Oh, now they took it. Yeah.
Yeah, so now they were saying like, okay, we're gonna just limit this to just
for I think it was violent crimes or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, which actually makes sense to you. Look at it, you're like, yeah, like if anybody just does anything, they can just pay some money if you can afford it in cash, and then just get off. That one dude, Kyle Rittenhauser or whatever, somebody just paid his bail off crowdfunding. So it's just like, so that one I was like, yeah, how come no one ever just thought to look at this and just?
I mean, yeah, some things are moving. I heard like the whole non-violent marijuana crimes that they're letting those people go. Yeah. Obviously, more places are making marijuana legal. Jay-Z just opened his blunt rolling company or pre-rolled blunt company.
Okay.
So a lot of rules changing, man.
Rules changing. A lot of different pots right now.
They got a book company. Random House. Yeah. Random House. I guess they have a deal with Random House where they have like books. Like I know. Damn, who has a book already?
Beyonce.
Oh, Meek Mill. Meek Mill has a book like coming out about like the laws,
like some. Or musicians?
Well, like authors, like rappers who write. Because Meek Mill already writes books. He has one Dream. I forgot what the book was called, but he has one book that's actually really cool. I think it was called Dream Chasers or something. But some other book, Lil Uzi having some book that he's making with Rock Nation or something like that. I think they're called Rock Nation Lit 101 or something like that.
Okay. It's cool to see people sort of diversifying and stuff like that. Another thing, you just reminded me as you were talking about that. There's another, I'm not sure if you know about this, there's another, almost like an emerging industry where instead of like investing in stocks, you can invest in an artist brand. So like you can buy like a piece of like Travis Scott's brand, and as he kind of accelerates, you sort of get a piece of his profits in a sense. I forgot what it's called. It's like fandom or I forgot what the actual company is called, but that's like a new emerging way to sort of invest in artists that you like.
But then, have you looked into it yet?
I've heard about it. I've heard about the concept and the idea of it, but I'm not sure.
I mean, in that case, on a money making level, wouldn't it just be following whoever the biggest artists are?
I guess. But like, you don't. When it comes to like profit, though, right? Like you have to kind of know who's going to.
I could as a music person, that's what I'm saying. Like we do this with sports. So like the whole sports thing, like we watch sports, obviously. So when we like caught up on that, it's like, oh, this is easy. So if you're telling me like, oh, they got same thing with music. Like I know I can tell you like if someone drops an album, like, oh, this is going to be number one, probably. This is probably going to be number two, like at least the top 5. So it's like, okay, like I can pretty much know when or which artist to like latch onto at what time. So it's like, okay,
yeah, I mean,
sounds cool.
I don't know how it works
sounds cool
yet. I imagine it'll be a way for like more independent artists to get funded. Like if you want to do your different projects and stuff like that. But some of these musicians aren't super.
I guess.
Like Travis Scott, to me, he's one of the more smart ones because he knows how to leverage a lot of his connections. But
that's also the team. Sometimes it's not even the artist.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, these guys, like, who was the other guy that Lil Pump we talked about? I'm like, I don't know what this guy's doing right now. You haven't heard no music from you. You just
some people just get lucky. Some people just get lucky. Let's not. Some people just know the right thing to say independently as a dumb person, and it just kind of goes. They start getting some clout, but then they can't pop off.
You got that. You were that Fetty Wap. You had that one couple. You get your 15 minutes and that's it. But someone like Lil Dicky, I'm putting some bills behind Lil Dicky because you just know, like, okay, this dude knows how to play this game.
Okay, name me this last song he dropped.
Okay. Did you watch? Did you watch Dave?
I mean, it was all right, bro.
Really? It was all right, bro.
I told you it was all right. I haven't even
watched the whole season in one night.
No, I haven't even finished it. I think I started on like episode 4.
Okay, dude.
2 months ago. I haven't even talked about it on the show. You know this. Nothing against. It's cool.
Hey,
it was cool, but it's like it was cool because of cameos. Like, oh, Young Thug, Gunner. Oh, cool. Oh,
it was just it was a legit show. It was a legit show.
It was all right. It was all right.
I mean, you just know that this kid, he knows what's up. You just know, like, okay, this guy's not gonna make any stupid business moves.
Yeah, but someone who a good example is like DaBaby. He has a good team around him. Like him by himself, like he gets into trouble. Like he doesn't know how to act, but he just has a good like team behind him, like good mixture of people. Like that's what I respect. Like I respect like a dude who like even if they're from the hood, like even if they're a hood dude, like a hood nigga, like they can still kind of operate with everybody and still make money, like in a business setting. Because the business world is not full of hood niggas. Like it's not our. Like we ain't, in New York City, like running with drug dealers. Like in the real world, like the businessmen are like gonna be the white dudes, gonna be, the people in suits. So that's why I respect. If you're a dude who's not even from that, setting, but you can still move and dude's getting money, dude's winning awards. He's on every song with white people and Mexican people, like every genre of song. That's how you know someone's like really like they got a good team around them. So.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I was with a girl the other day, and she was like a big Dua Lipa fan. And
the song, yeah, with DaBaby, yeah, random. It's random. It's like randomly. It's like, oh shit, DaBaby got a song with. But it's like Dua Lipa fans will not be like, oh, DaBaby's on, and now they're randomly,
But I was like, I'm listening to the song, and I was like, I've never heard of Dua Lipa before, or I never like knew who she was. You may have heard her song here and there on the radio, but I never like knew, oh, this is this person. And then as soon as I heard the song, I was like, oh, this is a hit. Oh yeah, because like she has that pop sound. Like, everyone's gonna like this. Like everyone, my mom's gonna.
But
like
I mean, that's the industry. Like it's not like DaBaby was like, oh, I want to do a song with Dua Lipa. It was just like his people were like, yo, this is a sound. Like you just need it. But it also comes down to the artist. Can the artist work? And he makes it work. You never hear other artists like, oh, no, DaBaby, like, working with him is like, man, like, he knows how to play, adapt.
There's certain guys, the roles he's in. They have that juice. Kanye is one guy. Like, if I can invest in anybody, I'm like, hey, whatever this dude. Actually, I did. Just capping. No, I invested in the Gap. Like,
oh, yeah.
Why? I bought the stock at $13. Stock is like $23 right now.
Yeah.
So your boy, hey, he bringing it back. So
yeah, I think he was the second most. He was second in celebrities who brought in the most money in 2020. I think.
The kid is like that, man. That's
it was number one.
Who?
Kylie.
Oh yeah. I mean. Oh man!
Supposedly those were the numbers. I think Kylie was number one.
I believe it. I think she's been number one for a while because of her cosmetic line is just so big.
I guess it's still. I didn't know it was still like.
It's like that. I mean, and she doesn't have to advertise. There's one advertisement that she has.
To be honest, I don't. And the reason I say that is because, or maybe it's because I just haven't. It's been quarantine, haven't been out, but. I don't see a lot of, like, you go to a girl's place, like, they have Kylie Cosmetics. Like, I think I've been to one, and I looked at her dresser, and I saw, like, Kylie, maybe one or two when I saw, like, Kylie Cosmetics. I was like, oh, she got the, okay.
But, hey, fair enough, yeah. But
Because I don't know.
You have
I don't.
like how many? But it's like how many Instagram subscribers and all around the world and different age groups. You know what I mean? Like most of the girls that you and I talk to, they're Kylie. Like they're more about Kim and like Chloe, and they're like that generation. Kylie generation is like, you know, my sister would be into Kylie and stuff.
But they're wearing makeup and stuff like that.
Well, her thing is, yeah. I mean, yeah. At like 12, they're wearing makeup. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, you're right. I've never seen a grown woman wearing Kylie's stuff. But
yeah,
she's got 1 billion or whatever followers. It's hey, get it how you can. So but yeah, that'll be fun though to figure out like, oh, who would I bet this money on this rapper to become like, you know, I think this guy will make me money back. Like the Weeknd's a guy I would be like, yeah, put some money on the Weeknd.
Yeah, you just kind of know when they're about to drop an album. Just put the money right there. Like, yeah, you know when the album's going number one. So I'm gonna check that out. See if that's.
To get the God, I forgot the name of it. I'll try to look for the. Hit up my boy, trying to figure out what the name of that place, that website was. I don't know. That'll be kind of funny. Like we should do one where we like bet on up and coming artists. Like, oh, who's gonna be?
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Who's gonna be the next?
If we would have, I would have put money on Jack Harlow, bro.
Nah.
I would have put money on because when I heard what the beat, I was like, oh man, this might be a radio song.
Dude, I think I told you guys. Like, I remember when you got in the car one time. We were driving downtown LA, and I was like, dude, Jack Harlow is what's popping. I heard that song. I'm like, this is instant.
Yeah, you kind of. Once I heard the beat, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be.
Yeah. This is that song. I was like, okay. My first reaction was like, this is the only song he needs. Like, if he doesn't do anything else.
Yeah, he don't need
that
to.
Song where it's like it made his.
And he kind of don't, because everything after that was like Tyler Hero was nice. I like Tyler.
It was okay. It was all right.
But it wasn't better than what's popping. Like the new one with Big Sean, it's like that's not even better than Tyler Hero.
They're all cool. They're all solid.
It's not.
They're all solid.
What's popping is still like the best one. That's the one is like
anchor.
Okay. Yeah.
It's so crazy. When I first heard it, I was like, oh yeah. Who is this guy? Oh yeah, he doesn't need to do. This is the song.
Yeah.
So, and I thought he was black too when I first heard it. I was like, all right, cool.
Nah, he sounded like a white dude. I actually first saw the video, so maybe that's why it automatically clicked. But I mean, even then, I was like, he sounds like a white dude.
I think now he's established. Like he's at the point now where it's like, yeah, he's gonna be on for a minute. Like, there's no other white dudes that I can think of right now that I'm like.
You never know.
Logic retired. Not that he's white.
But you never know. White dudes, they fizzle off quick. Like they gotta keep going. But he got a good back, like DJ Drama. Like he's a good, like he's an OG.
And Jack Harlow's also from London, right?
Kentucky.
I thought he was from UK. I was like, all right, he's from the UK, so dumb boy is loyal as fuck.
Doesn't even sound like
I thought the Harlow. I was like, okay, he's probably from the UK.
Nah.
Damn. All right. I don't know. Would you bet on him like the next 5 years still be popping or no?
I think he's gonna die down. I don't think he's gonna be like. I don't think his progression is gonna be like how the baby is like. He was just going like up. I don't think it's gonna be like that, but he's gonna be
like G-Eazy?
Around. He's gonna be like G-Eazy. He's gonna be better than G-Eazy. I never liked G-Eazy, to be honest.
You're a hater, bro. G-Eazy's dope.
Nah, to be honest, I got high, and that's just the black people thing when it comes to music. And you're a rapper, like if you white, like you gotta come with it, bro. Like after Mac Miller, like rest in peace to Mac Miller, bro. Like you gotta. That's why that's what I'm saying. Like if you Jack Harlow, like okay, I can respect that. Like he got some, you know.
He is more Mac Miller-ish. So maybe you like that sort of vibe.
Yeah, he got some swag to him. Like he's a white boy, but he got some swag to him. Logic, like, bro, what are you talking about? Don't know what G-Eazy. what are you talking about? Like, stick to one, subject.
It's the persona that they have, bro. It's a vibe. Jeezy's that in the dark, and he's in that
in the dark. But then he came out with his last. That's why he flopped with his last record, trying to be all hippie-ish and all that.
We're like The Weeknd. We're always reinventing ourselves,
Nah, The Weeknd sticks to one. We know what The Weeknd is. He sticks to one, thing, man.
No, he's a different character every time.
Nah, he's a different character. He's just a different for the album. You got to play a different character. Tyler, the Creator, does it too. Got a different character for every album. But it's the same role. It's the same. We still know the same type of music he's going to drop.
All right. Well, speaking of sort of verses, did you hear about Too Short and what's his name?
The versus battle?
Yeah.
That's going to be
versus Too Short battle for the Bay.
I mean, that's not even going to be a battle, really. That's going to be more of a, it's just going to end up them just doing like all like songs together and some unity, which is good. There's no, it's not going to be one of those where it's like, ooh, who's going?
This might. I mean, the Bay. I mean,
nah, the Bay Area, they all cool. Like those are two OGs too. Because I was there for like 3 years, like when I disappeared. So, it's gonna be all up. Those are two heavyweights though.
They still want those bragging rights though. This is gonna be like Niners Raiders. It's gonna be the bragging right. Who's the king of the Bay?
I mean, I guess.
I feel like it's a good one though. I feel like it's gonna be E40. E40 will just make up some words or something.
We need to get some real like. I mean, they probably don't want to do like younger artists. They want to do like OGs, but you need to get like Kanye versus Lil Wayne or something like that, or like Jay-Z versus Nas, or like come on the real. Bring on the. It ain't even beef. They all cool. It's like okay, just come out and we'll do the classics. Dude, let's see Diddy. Let's see Diddy versus Jay-Z. Let's see the real heavies. Come on, man. Let's see the real heavyweights.
Diddy needs to play someone
let's do like Busta Rhymes and
like Master P and Diddy or something like that.
Master P, what?
He's had his own label and stuff. You need someone who's on.
Get out of here. We need dudes with heavyweights title songs. We need like Dr. Dre versus Snoop Dogg or some like. We need like
they're boys. I think
or like Tribe Called Quest versus what's that versus the Roots or something like that. I don't know, man.
It's tough to find people who are like kind of similar though. That's like the tough part. Like Kanye, you're like Kanye versus like I'm like no one's really.
What Lil Wayne?
Like Kanye versus 50 Cent again? Do you
want 50 Cent? Yeah, 50. That's a good one.
The songs are so different, but yeah, I mean.
But that's the whole thing though. That's the whole thing. It's like which one is
50 Cent versus Ja Rule?
Something like that. They're supposed to do 50 Cent versus The Game. They were already talking about it.
Man, I don't think The Game can keep up. He doesn't have enough songs.
But he has that fire to where he's like, I'm gonna keep going anyway. The Game's like that dude is like, even if he's getting beat up, he's still gonna be like, I'm gonna keep going.
Is he gonna make a whole album for it? For the verses. 50's got a lot of albums. Like you'd be like I was watching Power.
Nah, 50 Cent will destroy him. The Game got some songs, but 50 Cent
he's got some bangers. He underground just songs. You're just like, damn.
Because
it's not even.
When 50 first came out, I remember that time too, man. I wasn't even really into rap at that time, but that was when I was like, every time I go to like those Nigerian parties, like that's the only, and like they'll have like the younger kids sometimes, like they'll play like the Nigerian music, but then they're like, okay, the party's over, kids, you guys can play. And then the kids like, that's 50 Cent. When it comes to rap, it's just like, in the club.
Like, I mean, Massacre. I mean, bro, like, dude, we were in like 4th grade listening to that, and you had girls like singing the lyrics and shit. Bro, 50 Cent went.
I don't know what you heard about me. You can't get it done there. On the radio, they ain't say P.I. I forgot what they said. They didn't even say PIMP. There was like something else. You're like, man, I need to get the CD version so I can listen to it. Ooh.
Man, 50 Cent went crazy for a minute. Like, he had a good 2 years where I remember, like, every album he would drop was just like.
And then G-Unit came out. It was like, oh damn. And they got the video game drop. It was like, oh man.
It was on a Def Jam. I was like, this dude was just, it's gonna be tough to find anybody to beat him, like especially. And I like Game. He's a cool dude, but
Eminem versus 50 Cent.
That one's interesting.
Eminem versus anybody.
Here's the thing too. Eminem was a battle rapper, so I kind of gotta give him a little edge. You gotta give him a little edge.
What I'm saying. Like Eminem versus anybody. I'll put the only person I'll say who can go up against Eminem, and I might be being a little biased because I think it's the GOAT, like Lil Wayne. That's what I'm talking about. These white rappers. They never last. They never last.
Hey, that boy is savage though. He I think he married the one girl from Transformers. Forgot her name.
Oh, Megan Fox.
Megan Fox, yeah. He married Megan Fox. Pretty much Megan Fox got divorced to go marry him. Not Machine Gun Kelly.
That's a good move. That's what. Now I like Machine Gun Kelly as a person, but they got these white dudes need to stay in their lanes. Okay. If you're gonna come rap, you gotta come correct. We know if you got the tattoos and all this. It's cool.
Let me ask you this though: do you feel like white rappers are, do you pretty much consider them in the same bucket as like other pretty much just black rappers, or are are they their own genre of rap? No, you see what I'm saying?
I consider them the same as. I'll put them in the same as other rappers. Obviously, they can't use the N-word and stuff like that, which actually I give them more credit because they don't have to use that filler. I think a lot of the times, even me, I try not to use, unnecessary curse words or if I don't have to because I think it's just a filler. Like, it's not really like content in your, it's just to fill like a vowel or whatever, or a syllable. Like, so I give them more credit. But my only thing is if you're a white rapper, like I need to see some type of swag, like some type of, if you're just coming in like, and you're like the basic, like, oh, I'm gonna put some tattoos on my body and come out and rap about money, sex, and drugs. The only thing I'm gonna change is I'm not gonna say the N-word. Then it's like, okay, you sound like everybody else. But if you come out with your own swag, see Jack Harlow came out with his own, little swag. It's like, okay, I see you. Just got the curly hair with the, some ugly looking jackets,
cool.
Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. Mac Miller, come out, has his own little, swag, rest in peace, one of the greatest, own little swag, cool. Eminem, does his own little thing, raps about, oh, my mom, on drugs, my dad, and, I hate my dad and stuff. Okay, come on with your own thing. That's cool. But, yeah, that's I still put them in rap. I don't think it's like white boy rap or still rap.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you got to come with like your own swag. Tyler Hero, got to come with your own swag, man.
What about Trippie Redd versus 6ix9ine?
I don't like none of those.
What about Lil Uzi versus Lil Yachty?
Don't like any of
those. Okay. Drake versus Weeknd.
I gotta go. They can't. The Weeknd ain't a rapper though. We just talking about they're doing their R&B hits.
Battle for Toronto, bro.
I gotta go with the Weeknd.
OVO versus EXO. Let's go.
We gotta go with the Weeknd, man. It's all EXO over here, man. It's all EXO over here.
I wonder. Nah, I feel like when two people are like super like popular like they are, it's just preference at that point. Like everyone kind of likes both people, but it's like
yeah.
Are you a pizza guy? What do you?
Yeah, I like Drake. I like Drake. I like his older stuff, but the Weeknd's more like consistent. Like when the Weeknd drops, like at least I can say I'm gonna like his stuff. Like every time he drops something, I'm gonna like. Drake recently, it's like it's hit or miss.
Yeah, he's been very like I feel like he's experimenting a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't really liked anything since Nothing's Been the Same.
Nah, Cap. There's
or actually, or which one came first? If you're reading this, it's too late. Or I don't know. One of those.
Nothing Was the Same came first.
Yeah, I guess if you're reading this too. I haven't really. I mean, it's singles he drops here and there. his singles that he drops here and there, and like
the Dark Lane demo tape just came out.
Yeah, the Dark Lane demo tapes. Like there were a couple songs there I was like, okay, cool, but Scorpion, no.
Scorpion the Deluxe was like fucking 20 songs on there. You didn't like any of it, even exactly. With Jay-Z. Come on,
exactly. Bro. Nah, not really. Was it better than Pound Cake? No. Was it better than what is it? Lights or Thank Me Later? No.
Well, what I see with a lot with Drake stuff is that like his stuff is kind of like a different, like he's at different periods in his life, right?
Yeah, I get that. I'm not saying his songs have been trash. Like it's not like his songs have been completely like, oh, but I'm just saying like it's not the same. Like last time, like before, it was like Take Care. Every song I'm listening to the whole album. Like, okay, yeah, this is fire. Nothing was the same. Majority of it.
It was good. It was
good. Like you know, but now it's like skip. Okay. Or let me just delete all these songs. Let me just pick the 3 songs off the album that I like. The 3 out of the 13 songs. Okay, cool. But I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping. Hey, 2021, right? He said he.
I don't know what to expect from his next album.
He said that here's one thing I'll say about Drake. So he does have that LeBron type mentality, right? And he is the LeBron of the rap game right now. He already is making excuses. So it makes me think like the album isn't going to be that great. Because first, the direction is Loverboy, whatever. So I'm like, man, this guy's probably going to go into his like, which is cool. Thank Me Later was
a whole Marvin Broom album.
Yeah, Take Care was great. I love Take Care. One of my favorite, college I wrote through that my whole freshman year of college. That was nice. But it's like, what are you going to talk about now? It's cool when you get what I'm saying? Like in college, it's cool when you're talking about you're making it, you got this, you're seeing all these different things, seeing all these new women, you want to talk about women, now it's like, well, now are you going to talk about like being a dad? And like, that's the only, so it's like, I don't know the direction. And then he's already saying, well, I think people are going to not like it because it's in a different, so now I'm like, what do you mean people aren't going to like it? Who says people aren't going to like your work? What do you mean? So now I'm like, oh man, he might. I like the single though. I like the what was it, Cry Now or Laugh, whatever it was called.
I don't know why you like that song, bro. What song
was it was cool, like as a it's one of those songs. It's one of those songs you listen to while you playing 2K.
No, it's one of those songs that like it randomly comes on at the end of some credits. Or during,
that's what I'm saying. It's like a favorite show. At the end of what movie?
Yeah,
Coach Carter, right?
In Coach the middle Carter, of it or something.
After they won the champion, they hit the game winner. Then that's the song that comes on, right?
Yeah. Or maybe they lose.
That's what I'm saying.
They lose in the beginning.
It's like one of those type of songs, like a feel.
But you're not listening to that every day.
That's what I'm saying. It was a cool song. Like I can play it while I'm playing 2K. This is like a nice. I'm in the gym working out, doing some legs. Just sitting there doing some legs, just passing the time. But not like I'm going all out.
It's not a banger.
Doing some legs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like I'm going all out. I'm just doing some leg curls. But, I mean, that's it.
It was just weird. It's like, it's kind of, I don't know. It's like a very ambiguous song. It's not like a sad song, not a breakup song, not a makeup song. That's what I'm saying.
Loverboy. That's what I'm saying. So that's the theme he's going with. I'm like, so we're not going to hear no raps? Like, I'm not... He can still rap. I mean, I don't know with this drill stuff. Lately, he hasn't been really rapping, but
I'm not. You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping this thing is like not that good or doesn't get a good reaction. So then he has to go back in the booth and like, all right, cool. I'm gonna come with fire for the summer.
I don't think. Hey man, to be honest, I don't think he got that. I don't think he got the fire, bro. I've been telling it, and I've been saying this for a long time, man. Since the real rappers came out, he hasn't been. I've been saying, everyone was saying, oh, he beat Meek Mill, and even during that beef, I was like, bro, Meek Mill's a better rapper than Drake. Meek Mill's a better rapper than Drake. Oh, no, Drake's he killed Meek Mill. That's because Drake got the clout. Watch these real rappers come out and start rapping. Watch these real, Freddie Gibbs, watch him come out and start rapping. Griselda, watch him come out and watch these real rappers start coming out and rapping, spin bars. Where's Drake going to be at?
Hey.
Where he at?
You saw what he did. You saw what he did to his mentor, Lil Wayne.
No. Even Lil Wayne out-rapped him. Stop it, man.
Come on, bro.
I don't want to hear it.
Come on.
Once he's out, that's why I was like, Drake's cool. Don't get me wrong, but don't start disrespecting these other dudes.
Hey.
Once Kendrick comes back, what, I don't want to hear it. J. Cole better than Drake.
Come on, bro. You reaching.
And Drake knows it.
You reaching.
Drake makes bangers.
Yes.
Respect. He makes bangers.
Yeah.
But these other dudes are really out here. I don't want you to say, "Oh, Drake."
It's hard to say because like you have to like how are you grading, right? It's hard to say.
Yeah.
It's like okay, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
But and it's all subjective at the end of the day. But what I'm hoping is a motivated Drake. He normally comes back with some heat, bro.
I like to see it.
What was that? Him and Future did. They did that in like 2 weeks to get back at Meek Mill or whatever. I forgot what it's called, but pretty much that album about strippers. What a Time to Be Alive.
Yeah.
I mean, them boys just got in the booth and just. So I'm like,
but again, that was at a time where no one was. Again, at that time, who'd you have? Your boy you were just talking about, Fetty Wap. That was who was hot. So I mean, yeah, you're gonna drop the banger.
Hey,
who else is out there?
You know which Fetty Wap song I still listen to? The one that had the Drake remix on it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's the only one I listen to. The Drake and Future, Drake and Ross, Drake and Wayne. The kid. If he gets, I kind of want him to flop on this, just so he can come back with some fire for the summer.
Yeah, I mean we'll see, but again, it's all about. I don't think he's ever going to go back. I mean, it's not like he's the same dude. I think he can go back to the same style at least, because all this, island. First, he went to the whole island, Caribbean style. He was all simping over Rihanna. Now we're doing the drill beats and stuff like that. Trying to get with these, Georgia Smith girls and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
It's gonna be interesting though. Cool, man. This has been slightly longer episode than usual, but it's all good. I think, man, we got Christmas coming up next week.
That's true, yeah.
I know you got my present back there, so I'm looking forward to that. You know what I like. Least you could do too. Always try.
I could send you one of those sweaters I don't wear anymore. Out of season sweaters.
But this is a good one, man. We got it, man. I keep saying we gotta get this Patreon episode in, but we seriously do because there's some other topics I'm like, I kind of want to go on this, but
I mean, let's set it up.
We got our chat. Our chat. Getting topics we should be talking about this.
That's what I'm saying. We be talking about stuff. It's like, I some stuff I save. I'm like, I'm about to text you guys. I'm like, no, let me just save this somewhere and bring it up later.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, DJ academics just like in the chat, like all this stuff. Nah, I didn't bring this out to the people.
But I mean, we'll figure out. Hey, we'll figure out something. Maybe 2021, we'll figure out some new format. Maybe do switch it up. Maybe have more people on the. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm thinking about doing I think we should go live.
It would have. We can do it, but it would have to be Patreon though, or I don't know, because it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get so. It's like we'll see.
I mean, I think it'd be funny to do a live though. Like we hit up all our boys, we tell them like, yo, like such and such date, we're going live. Nothing's off the table, and then we just see what happens. And then if it gets too crazy, we're like, all right, we gotta move this over.
Let's try it. Let's see.
We can bring people in, take callers, just see like, yo, what's up? Like, some people want to talk about. But we may have to test some things out too, just to kind of see like, yo, like, how's this gonna work?
See.
But yeah, we can't be talking about certain things in the chat anymore. So I'm like, I have a whole paragraph in here in the chat. It just ain't worth it anymore. But everybody have a great week. You guys do your thing. Stay positive. And yeah, man, stay good.